So on the train up to Toledo last night, we had the conversation in the cab about food in that area and what restaurants were available and those things. And the engineer, for the first time in one of these trips, actually didn't have a car when we got up here. A lot of those guys that are on this pool permanently and they hold enough seniority, they have a vehicle when they get here and they can go and do whatever they want once they get up here. But a lot of those other guys are restricted to what is just around the hotel. And you can imagine if you make this trip a couple of times a week, that food gets old. And also, some of it is fast food, and it's not always the greatest food. So, what are your options when you run into that issue? Well, just to let you guys know, I always bring my own food when I go out of town, no matter what. I pack dinner for the first night. That was the chicken, rice, green beans. I smoked Cajun chicken this week, and that was my dinner last night. Now, I also have dinner for the way home trip so that when I'm on the train, I don't have to again stop at a gas station or whatever and pick up some kind of, cold sandwich or whatever it was. I have spaghetti and meatballs in here that I'll have for the dinner home. And then I've got some snacks and other things like that. But while you're up here, you get that food stipend. So what do you do with it? It really depends on how I feel. If I feel like walking or if the weather's decent, I'll walk to one of the restaurants and I'll just find something on the menu I haven't tried. Outside of that, if I don't feel like going anywhere, DoorDash, Grubhub, any kind of delivery service will let you order from something that isn't fast food and something that you actually want. Like, I can't get sushi around here, but that DoorDash driver will drive 35 minutes and bring it to me, and I didn't have to get dressed to go do it. So just something to keep in mind. I mean, that's what I use. It's been invaluable. DoorDash, I'm not sure if Grubhub and other Uber Eats are like this, but DoorDash has been a lifesaver. Every city that I've been in has operated with DoorDash. I've had stuff delivered to me in Washington, D.C. I've been at this hotel and sent my wife food because she didn't feel like cooking. That's also a happy thing. Your wife gets fed, she's usually pretty happy. So, especially if she doesn't have to cook. So, something to keep in mind, but like I said, you get your stipend when you're up here. Don't spend it at McDonald's. Don't, if you can go grocery shopping, that's even better, especially if you didn't pack anything, go to the grocery store. But you can have whatever the hell you want. You just have to use one of these services. Yeah, it might be a couple extra bucks, but like I said, I didn't even have to get dressed to go get this. I walked down to the lobby, picked it up, brought it up here, and now I'm going to have my lunch. So just something to keep in mind.